during the regular season.
Okay, good evening. Welcome to the Brooklyn Nets versus Milwaukee Bucks game here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. The score is 8-2. Milwaukee on top. So we get games on ESPN. No live video due to copyright. So we have to do it via audio. So 8-2 is the score. And the shot is no good. Ball will go back to the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's see if Milwaukee will counter, and that's going to be taken away by Brooklyn. Shot is good. But Milwaukee up 10-2, so Milwaukee gets the basket 10-2. Bucks on top, so 10-2. So we'll go ahead and send out the links to everybody. If you want to come in through Facebook, through StreamYard, you can do that. So I got it set up for you. So let me go ahead and send this link out to my side. Isaac's on. Like,
Scores in the playoffs. How much time it takes at the free throw line, as well as free throw shooting.
okay, 10-2 is your score. So free throws coming up. And the second free throw is good, so it makes it 11-2. So 11-2 Bucks on top. You're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter here tonight. We all live. So Brooklyn will have the ball. They will pass it. The ball will be passed over. So if you can hear the game through the audio, let us know. So it is now 11-5 Bucks. Shot is good. So Brooklyn goes up 13-5. So 13-5 to score. You have Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So let's see if they get a shot off. So Harden. Shot clock down to 5. Let's see if shots they can get it off. Feel good. Shot ball will go back over to the Bucks. 13-5 to score. So let's see if they can try to get. And Holiday will get the basket. Makes it 15-5. Bucks on top. 15-5. So the three-point shot is no good by Brooklyn. Goes back to Milwaukee. Scores 13-5. Three-point shot is good. Drew Holiday knocks down the three, makes it 18-5.
And the Dare District getting a lot to cheer about early. Drew Holiday pulls up in transition, a 14-3 run. The Bucks out of the gates quickly.
So 18-5 to score here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So far, so good. Milwaukee looks good here in tonight's game. So let's give you the stats. Okay, stats on the screen. Right now, the Bucks are shooting 53%. The Brooklyn Nets shooting 22%. So they kind of lagging. Right now, both teams only one three-point shot in the game. So 16% for the Nets and 20% for the Bucks. And free throws are 100%. Rebounding aspects, 8-5 in favor of the Bucks. Offensive rebounds, 1-0. 7-5 on defensive rebounds. Assists is 3-0. Steals is 4-0. Turnovers right now 4-1 in favor of Brooklyn. So now let's see points off of turnovers. It is let's see. Points off of turnovers is 2-0. So once again, Brooklyn getting Milwaukee getting 2 off of those 4 of those off of those turnovers by the Bucks. So the score is 18-5. It's a score 18-5. here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We are live tonight. Also, we'll be live tomorrow night, weather pending. So we will be live tomorrow night for Game 6 of LA Clippers and Utah Jazz. So it'll be tomorrow night as well. So once again, the score is 18-5. So let's give you an update on some games going on. Right now in the Stanley Cup semifinals, 1-0 Tampa Bay on top. Major League games going on, top of the bottom of 5. Yankees on top 3-2, middle 6. Cubs on top 2-0. Cardinals down 1-0, bottom 6. Top 4. Houston on top 3-0. And let's see, Cincinnati and San Diego scoreless, and also Colorado, Milwaukee scoreless as well. So that is in today's games. So your score is 18-5. So far, so good. 14-3 won by the Milwaukee Bucks in today's game. So we'll get back to game coverage.
Ingredients brought to you by Chipotle.
So out of the gates, 12 of the Bucks' first 18 points are in the paint. They're getting whatever they want. They've already scored more fast break points, 10, in the first quarter than they did in all of Game 5. So they're getting whatever they want. Ball is moving, whether it's in transition.
So the ball goes back to the Brooklyn Nets, or still 18-5. So it looks like they'll pass it. Let's see. They'll try to get a shot off, and does. So that's going to be Durant, makes it 18-7. Bucks on top, 18-7. And the ball goes back to the Bucks. Nets still trailing 18-7. Backroll passing down low. Let's see if they'll go on the shot. But easy basket. That's going to be Kevin Durant. Makes it 18-9. So 18-9. Bucks on top. The ball will go over to shot cross court downfield. No good by Milwaukee. Still 18-9 to score. Durant, let's see if Durant shot selection will pass it. Durant for 3, no good. So missed shot, but Durant, ball goes back over to the Milwaukee Bucks. And the ball is taken away by the Nets. Score still 18-9. So let's see if James Harden can pass it. So Durant will pass it. Blake Griffin for 3, knocks it down. So the game's once again leads cut down, 18-12.
If you want to know how limited James Harden is, folks, just take a look at this play. This is savvy by a guy who knows that hamstring's limited. This is normally a transition 3 or a bucket. He's got no choice. He's got to pull it back.
Okay, 18-12 your score. I'll be honest with you, James Harden. Let's give you his numbers, his box score numbers. Right now, Durant has 6. Harden has 3. So right now he's at 3 points in the game. Also, Blake Griffin right now is at 3 as well. So Blake Griffin is at 3. So that's on the box score. Also, PJ Tucker, 0 points. Giannis 7, Middleton 2, Lopez 4, and Holiday 5 in the game. So right now your score is 18-12. Let's give you the full game stats. 5 of 13, 38%. They just knocked down 2 of 7 from 3-point range. Bucks are 7 of 14, so 7 of 14 for them. Let's see, rebounding aspects 9-6, favor the Milwaukee Bucks. Also, offensive rebounds 1-0, favor the Bucks, and also 8-6 on defensive rebounds in favor of the Milwaukee Bucks. Now turnovers is 4-3 in favor of the Brooklyn Nets. Points off for turnovers 5-2. So Milwaukee's getting 5 off of those. Let's see, 3 turnovers and then 2 points off Brooklyn turnovers as well. Points to the paint is 12-4 in favor of the Bucks, and also 10-0 on fast break points. So once again, your score is 18-12. So we'll wait for the game coverage to return. Your Facebook, we're here on ESPN, on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. You're all live tonight. So, got any, once again, if you want to come in, video chat with us, you can come through the StreamYard links. The links are posted for Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter viewers tonight. Also, if you want to do regular chat, that'll be fine. We'll see you in the regular chat. We'll get back to game coverage.
Speaking with the athletic training staff and his teammates on the bench, and here's what happened a moment ago on the steel doors.
Well, professional athletes know their bodies better than anybody else. That was nothing more than self-preservation, understanding I might be able to put the burners on, but I might, in fact, hurt that hamstring bone.
And it relates back to what Steve Nash told us as Harden gets a breather now. Nash said that it's a miracle, in his own words.
So the game's once again 18-12. So the Bucks will have the ball. See if they can try to get a shot off. And they do. 20-12, Bucks on top. So 20-12. Brooklyn will get the ball. Pass it. Shot is no good. On the fadeaway, no good. So ball goes back to the Bucks. Holiday for 3, no good. So it's a missed 3-point shot by Holiday, going back over to the Nets. Shot is no good by Brooklyn, so it's a missed shot by Connaughton misses a 3, so it's still 20-12. So, 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Durant will get it in, so it's 20-14 Bucks.
Confidence in that side of handle to operate, navigate that window.
Let's see if they can get a shot off here. And the shot is good. So, Drew Holiday gets the shot off, makes it 22-14.
Feels like Brooklyn has settled a little bit more into the game. That hesitation you mentioned, you saw Brooks stand up just ever so slightly, and then the return trip down the floor. If somebody has more size than you as a dribble driver, go right into their body because then they're retreating and you're at the cup and there's nothing they can do.
James out top.
So, what?
Picks it to the corner, Jeff Green.
3-point shot.
Off the mark.
This one good off the mark.
Appropriately so. Kevin Durant
So still 22-14 to score.
Killed Milwaukee. It's been a struggle out of the gates for Jeff tonight.
Guarding Giannis on this sequence. Giannis spins, raises up, and fouled by Green.
So it's going to be fouled. Green will get fouled. So Giannis will go to the line.
Foul shot.
Dude, the Brooklyn fans out again here. That was a classic.
Free throw coming up, and it is going to be
Takes 6 dribbles.
first free throw for Giannis is good. It makes it 23-14.
Brought to you by Dell Friday on ESPN. Game
So we will have tomorrow night. We'll have Clippers and Jazz tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Night Central.
Tremendous big-time performance from Paul George last night. Road in Salt Lake City. He put the salt in Salt Lake City last night and seasoned it. Came away with the win.
Second free throw is no good, and the shot Milwaukee is no good. So 23-14.
Chance to close it out tomorrow night. Game 6 on ESPN, the second half of that doubleheader. Andrew Shaman with a mid-range jump shot.
No good. Ball goes back. Goes back to Milwaukee.
Shot clock down to 10. They switch it now. Green on Giannis. 5 on the clock. Gets downhill.
And shot is good. That's going to be Giannis getting the basket. Makes it 25-14. And the shot is good. So it's going to make it 25-16.
Says, get away, I got this one. Good
I'll pass it.
James, though.
And it's going to be a foul.
On the play by Durant. He's in disbelief right now.
Giannis is not settling, and Giannis has been dominant on the boards. We talked about this in the open. Like, get to the restricted area. Nobody has anything for you. Simple switch. Everybody's giving him a cushion. He just eats up that space, gets right to the cup, and he's making this look easy right now. So Kevin Durant just walks into the switch. All right, Jeff, your turn. And watch Giannis.
Get this work. Giannis back at the free throw line.
So Giannis at the free throw line.
Tonight from the strike.
25-16 to score.
Markey's taking one mid-range jumper.
First free throw is up, and it is no good. Still 25-16 Bucks on top. 37 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
Which is just slightly lower than the 36 that he's made during the playoffs. For the two-time MVP.
Second free throw is.
See, I think this takes so long.
So we'll wait for his second free throw.
Second. Watching him pregame, he doesn't do it.
Yeah, we'll just wait for his second free throw. He's doing his little
There's the
thing.
crowd counting out the second.
I don't think he was the holdup that time. This reported person appeared to be waiting for something. I'm not sure it was Giannis.
Nope. Second free throw miss. Still good.
Okay.
Ball will go back to the Nets. Still 25-16.
Durant. Good help by Holiday. Green.
Holiday will try to get a shot off and does. So that's going to be Green getting the shot. Makes it 25-19. 4.1 seconds remaining. Let's see if the Bucks can counter.
Middleton. Down to 7.
Giannis pass it.
That's going to be a block.
It's going to be a blocking foul.
Doris, I find it so intriguing and interesting just how much space the defenders elect to give Giannis. And man, he decides to just go on it and eat it up in your words. He's pretty effective.
Look at the head of steam he's trying to get. So there's the space you're talking about. That's about 5 or 6 feet. Now he knows Giannis is into his gather. He tries to draw the charge. Doesn't get the call.
Giannis back at the free throw line.
So Giannis going back to the line again.
Every trip to the line is an adventure and a story of its own. Uniquely so.
See, they're waiting for him to pantomime that shot. I feel like either there could be changes with team next year to simplify it and get it the line.
Free throw coming up for Giannis, and that free throw is good. Makes it 26-19.
His brother comes into the ball game. And it comes out. 4.1 to go. Shooting 48% from the field here in the first quarter.
He had a string of 6 years in a row now where he shot more
Second
than
free throw for Giannis. It's
Like whatever his
no good, so he misses the free throw the second time. And Joe Howard should try to. Nope. They'll wave it off. They're good.
But a good first 12 minutes for KD individually, although his team trails by 7. The Bucks out in front when we come back.
Okay, once again, the Bucks on top 26-19. So let's give you the end of one stats. So we'll give you the end of one stats. We go ahead and send those stats up, and we'll put them in. Give me just a second. I'll put that in just a second and put those end of one stats up. Okay, first quarter stats. Bucks shooting 47%. Brooklyn shooting 40%. 2-point shooting. Bucks is shooting 75%. 12 of 9 of 12. Nets is shooting 50%. 3-point shooting. Brooklyn shooting 30% after 1. And the Bucks shooting 11% after 1 as well. So the rebounding aspects, Bucks lead 3-0 on offensive rebounds. Defensive rebounds, they lead 12-11. And total rebounds, 15-11. Now, turnovers is 4-3 in favor of Brooklyn. So your score is 26-19 after 1. You're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So we all live tonight. So we'll give you the points of the paint. I'll put that on the screen. Okay, points of the paint. So let's give you those points of the paint numbers. Okay, points in the paint, 10-0. 18-8 in favor of the Bucks, and the fast break points is 10-0. So that's in the game. Scores 26-19. We get back to the second quarter.
Got that space. Now you've got 4 guys in front of you. The shot is settled. The green faces. You got number 4. I'm going to the top.
Wendy's only serves.
So, well, once again, they're back at a commercial break. So let's give you those points off the turnovers. It's only 5-2 in favor of the Bucks. So the Bucks, once again, 5-2. They have only 4 turnovers. So they got Brooklyn got 5 off of those 4 turnovers. Milwaukee got 2 off of those 3 turnovers for Brooklyn. Off the Bucks. So That's in the game. So the score is 26-19 to score at the end of one.
I thought we were a little stagnant to start offensively. It doesn't help when we turn it over and they get in transition. We're taking the ball out of the basket, but I think in the half court, we still got to play with a little more trust, a little more pace.
James Harden's ability to manage himself, manage injury, while also having an impact on this game. How do you feel he's balanced that so far?
I don't think people can understand how difficult it is to play with a happy like that and try not to overextend it. It's amazing. He cares. He wants to get on the first team.
The ball will go back to the Nets. Score is still 26-19. Let's see if they can get something going here. Durant will try to get something going, get a shot off, and he will not get it off. Still, Bucks will get the ball. Leading 26-19.
Junior at Texas entertained and hosted.
So pass it.
An incoming freshman on his visit.
Looks like it's going to be going to the
Oregon in this series.
the shot is good. Chris Middleton gets the 2-point shot, makes it 28-19. 28-19 lead.
Start
Start the second quarter.
As we know, Kevin Durant
And the shot is good. That's
Old school basketball. Don't take me out.
That's going to be Joe Harris.
I'm ready to spin.
So 28, 28-21.
Harris fires the
3-point shot is good, but it is going to be a 4-point play.
In the wins for Milwaukee in this series, Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton have been scorers, and they've been efficient scorers. The numbers tell the story. Chris Middleton, a rhythm dribble into a three. Not tremendous challenge by Joe Harris.
hit him down low, bumped him on the leg, which caused him to fall. Middleton with a great start here to the second quarter. First two field goal attempts. Just 1 for 6.
Free throws coming up. That free throw is so it's 32-21 here in the second quarter.
Looking off the catch this time. Durant now, guarded by Holiday.
Holiday will try to get shot off.
Down to 4.
Durant for 3, no good. It's no good. Ball will go back over to the Bucks. Giannis will try to go to the line, and looks like it's going to be a foul on Claxton. So
side of the bounce, Middleton for the Bucks. This match here, Giannis with the shorter channel.
and a shot.
Good take by Harris. Holiday.
We'll try to go to the lane, and the basket is good. Milwaukee up 34-21.
Sorry about that. They get the turnover 4 from me. Boy, had a great opportunity. It's been a real struggle for Trent.
So 34-21 to score.
Previous series against the Heat. Harden hits his second 3 of the
And a shot. James Harden knocks down a shot. Makes it 34-24. So 34-24, a 10-point game.
AD on Holiday now to switch. Harris picks it up.
And Harris shot.
Holiday.
Holiday will get it nice little shot. So Drew Holiday makes it 36-24.
Picking up James Harden. See, he's getting into him a little bit, and so they want to make James work. You're going to play 45, 46 minutes, James. You're going to feel some pressure tonight.
You like the strategy?
I do love it. Make him work. You know, that play in the first quarter where he stopped dead because he had no explosion. Push up. Make him feel your pressure the full way.
Yeah.
Help out with a open court ball screen. Holiday on Harden. Couple of LA guys, and now Middleton switches on to Harden. Durant inside. Brown partially blocked.
And his shot is partially blocked, but yep, it was partially blocked. Goes back over to the Bucks. So leading 36-24, and net a block by the Brooklyn Nets. Score is still 36-26.
Harden stays with him. The third three on the way. This one short. Gets it back though.
James Harden will get the basket, so it makes it 36-26.
A couple of buckets, that's critical. Because what we're watching is James Harden trying to orchestrate as virtually a non-threat offensively. That changes what the defense is required to do against him.
Up to 8 points now, boys. We're going to have to, as you say, play him a little bit more honestly. Ross scores, but hand by Durant, tips it out of bounds.
And I have to say this, you know, about James. Steve Nash just said,
So 36-26 your score.
I'm proud of him. Right? He is gutting it out. He's putting himself at injury risk.
He on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Let's see if Bucks can capitalize here. And the shot is good. That's going to be 4, which makes it 38-26.
You've got to be thrilled if you're Milwaukee. You are shooting 54%.
Shows and recovers.
So it's going to be a foul coming in.
And that's going to be 3 shots.
3 shots for coming in.
After making a jumper at the offensive end. Forbes 6 for 20 on threes against the Nets in this series after making 50% of his threes on 33 attempts against the
38-20.
He's one of those other guys that they could really use, get him going. And Tom Izzo, nice sort of form coincide tonight. See the head coach, which can stay.
So it's 38-27. It'll be 38-28. Free throw is good. So it's going to be 38-28. And then that is the third free throw coming up.
Followed by the Jazz Clippers for the Atlanta 7:30 Eastern then. It's Utah Clippers.
The third free throw coming up.
Starts it all off at 7 o'clock Eastern time. We talked about that Clippers series against Utah. What about that riveting comeback last night? Trae Young was phenomenal in leading his team. He has been masterful in his leadership.
I'm so glad you speak.
Third free throw is no good. So still 38-28, 10-point game.
Philadelphia 76ers. Trae Young, at such a young age, his first foray into the playoffs, as you said, the word was
Let's see if they can try to get something. And the shot is good. That makes it 40-28. Bucks on top.
He's just so physically strong. And he gets to his spots through Holiday's got
So 40-28.
Remember about the difference between the past and the present for the Bucks. Holiday, a big application.
Shot is good.
Brown splashes it.
So Brown knocks down the 3. Makes it 42-31.
Nice pocket pass for Lopez, and he finishes at the rim.
So the shot is good. That's Brook Lopez.
42 in the paint. The ball movement, the cutting.
So it makes it 40.
Chances by
42-31. Timeout, Bucks. So he scores 42. 42-31. Here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So let's give you the stats. Okay, the stats right now. 12 of 28 for the Nets, shooting 42%, and the Bucks shooting 56 3-point shooting right now. Bucks are not shooting very well, 18%. Bucks are shooting Nets are shooting 38%. Rebounding aspects, 19-14 favor of the Bucks, 3-1 on offensive rebounds, and 16-13 on defensive rebounds. Now, turnovers is 5-3. Points off for turnovers still 5-2. Fast break points still 10-0. Points to paint 24-12 in favor of the Milwaukee Bucks. So you score it's 42-31. It's your score. Okay, let's give you the box scores on okay, Durant's up to 10 points. Green up to 3. Griffin still has 3. Harris has 2. Harden has 8. So Harden right now has 8 in the game. Also, Giannis has 13 points. And Holiday has 11. So Holiday has 11. So your score is 42-31. The game coverage will return in just a few moments on ESPN. So let's give you an update on some games going on. It is Tampa Bay on top 1-0. That game's in the second period. That's on USA. Also, bottom of the 6th, Toronto on top 4-3. Top of the 8th, Cubs on top 2-0. And Atlanta Braves on top 3-0. Bottom 7. Top 5, it is Houston on top 7-0. So we'll get back to game coverage. On ESPN, 42-31. Bucks on top.
So Drew, big, strong, physical, just tries to make him shoot over the top. Same thing for PJ Tucker, who as much criticism as Bud has gotten for quick PJ Tucker. PJ's actually done a good job.
Sure.
It's just this guy is elite as a scorer.
Kevin Durant. You know who I am.
Kevin Durant.
So it's
That's right.
Kevin Durant. Famous quote from a playoff series a couple of years ago.
Ball goes back to Brooklyn. Let's see if Brooklyn can capitalize, get a basket here. James Harden misses, and the ball will go back over to the Milwaukee Bucks, still leading 42-31. Giannis try to go to the lane, and he will get the basket. So Giannis gets the basket, makes it 44-31. And let's see if they get a shot off. That goes to James Harden. James Harden, 6 seconds. The clock's and they will get an easy basket back door. So Blake Griffin makes it 44-33. Score 44-33, and shot is no good by the Bucks, so it's a missed shot. Chris Middleton misses. Goes back to the Nets. 5 minutes and 47 seconds remaining here in the second. See if they can try to get something. Harden try to go to the lane, and he will get it. So it's 44-35. Bucks on top.
as he got by with a shoulder. And he gets his
So
shoulder.
44-35.
That's it. It's over.
Shot, Holiday, no good. Missed shot goes back over to the
Harden coming downhill off the green screen. Giannis picks it up.
Milwaukee Bucks 3-point shot, and they will knock it down. James Harden. That's a step back shot, makes it 44-38. So 44-38 is the score. It's going to be a foul coming in.
So Giannis is guarding James Harden, and he's going to force him.
He's in the
try to
chat
force him
room.
right. Look at how dramatic he does. And then James is like, right,
Chat
I'm going
room.
to just get you on the hip, and I'm going to go.
Quiet tonight.
And then now you use your footwork to get to that step back three. And this was where I thought he was moving a little bit better in warm-ups tonight. That little, the footwork was elite for James Harden, getting that separation.
3 for 4 from deep so far in the ball game. Middleton loses it. Griffin
And let's see if
picks it
the
up.
Nets can get.
Griffin with the
And the
lead.
shot is good, so they're going on a pretty good run. So it's 44. So Blake Griffin gets the shot, so it's 44-40. So let's see if they can get a shot off here.
Touches the paint.
Shot in the paint is good. That's going to be Giannis getting the basket, makes it 46-40. So 46-40 is the score. James Harden, the basket. Harden will go to the lane, and it's going to be a foul.
That's the 14th foul against the Bucks.
Milwaukee only up 6, with Giannis not settling and being absolutely dominant. Folks, Blake Griffin is a big guy, okay? He's big and he's strong and he's tough. And Giannis just put him right in the basket. And then how about that cut? You know, you're picking your spots, James. You're just picking your spots.
So much
Free throws coming up.
So much
Miss James Harden.
the second foul.
We'll get a second free throw.
Harden at the free throw line. Leading scorer for the Nets so far, 14 points. 5 of 7 from the field.
Second free throw is good. Gets in, rolls in, makes it
See the KT tape
46
on that hamstring.
41. 3 minutes and some change left. Chris Middleton for a right corner three, no good. Giannis Middleton will get it from the left side this time. It is 49-41. Bucks on top.
11 points in the ball game. Durant trying to turn the corner.
And let's see if they get it. And the shot is going to be no good. Going back over to the
Position underneath Lopez.
Lopez, no good. Missed shot.
And goes to Griffin, quickly up to Jeff Green. Pocket pass never made it.
And that's going to be
Ball, Courtney Kirkland
taken away.
the slot official, and there it makes the call. It appeared to be the correct call on the play. Kirkland, Fitzgerald, and Zarba. Showing the replay.
Fans have a brief. I think they've got to be.
I hope they didn't hear me, Doris. KG.
Shot is good.
Opportunity.
That's going to be Durant knocking down a three. Makes it 49-44.
13 for the game. Middleton blows by Griffin. And Griffin pushed him.
Gonna be up, so it's going to be Chris Middleton.
So 22 points already.
That's going to be a full timeout for the Nets.
And Holiday. Kevin Durant. So much weight on his shoulders. Just so easy. They call him easy money for a reason.
And Middleton, they call him cash money. Middleton.
So 49-44 your score. 2 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in the second quarter. I'll be honest with you, look. Kevin Durant does have a lot of weight on his shoulders because, to be honest with you, you don't have um, Kyrie Irving. You don't have Kyrie Irving. You have James Harden. You have Kevin Durant, but you don't have Kyrie Irving. That's one of the players that are missing in the. So your score is 49-44. It's your score. Let's give the second quarter stats. Okay, second quarter numbers. Right now, Bucks is shooting 62%. Brooklyn shooting 64, so kind of 60 by 2. So now on 2-point shots, Brooklyn's at 55%. Milwaukee's at 72. 3-point shooting, 2 of 5 for Milwaukee, and 4 of 5 for Brooklyn. So Brooklyn right now is knocking 4 out of 5 of their 3-point shots in this second quarter. So now the turnovers is only 2-1 in favor of the Brooklyn Nets. So your score is 49-44. So I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a very close game tonight between Milwaukee and Brooklyn. Between these two teams, these two heavyweights right here. So once again, we will be on tomorrow night. Weather pending, so we're expecting to get some rain this weekend and stuff like that. With the tropical system in the Gulf, so hopefully we will be able to have a show tomorrow night. We will probably do that, but if we don't, we probably will not be on the air. So hopefully.
Don't wait till the third quarter to start playing. To come off, you don't have a shot. Straight to the weak side. Either go the dribble or the pass and play. All right, play together.
They've settled into the game, it feels like. Remember, they had the 4 turnovers in the first quarter out of the gates. James Harden, it's incredible to me. And we're trying to guesstimate what percentage he is. He's got 11 points and 4 for 6 shooting. There's Chris's numbers. But that point by Steve Nash, like, move the basketball, get to the second side. You know what they are? 3 in the second quarter, 4 for 5. That typically is because you're getting to the second side of the floor.
Harden leading the way. He's got 11 points in this second period. Middleton, meanwhile, with the foul line, knocks down the first. Chris Middleton with 10 points in the second. Lead is up to 6. And at 20 years, there's a tremendous synergy with Antetokounmpo.
Free throw was good.
MVP. 2 of them are 8.
So both free throws are good. 51-44. Bucks on top. So 3-pointers this quarter is 4-5 for Brooklyn, and 2 of 5 for the Bucks. 3-point shot is good. So the basket is good. So Blake Griffin puts the tip in shot, makes it 51-46. Shot is good. So Giannis gets mid-range shot. So it's 53-46.
Giannis is actually in excellent position. As the ball comes off, look at, he's got 2 guys around him. Giannis in front, he's trying to check him in. Chris from behind, but the timing was Mr. Griffin. That's the guy who used to jump over cars when he first came into the NBA.
Refurbished and remade. Blake Griffin, the Brooklyn Nets have done a tremendous job as an athletic training staff, managing him in such a way that when he first got to Brooklyn from Detroit after being bought out.
PJ Tucker, we're going to see if the foul meets the criteria for a play.
And they're going to review that call on Tucker. But when he got to Brooklyn, they managed him and now are optimizing his premium health. Take one more look at that.
53-46.
Quote, hostile act. So that last sequence.
They run through Blake Griffin.
I think he's just trying to get around and look through instead.
Yeah, I don't think this is a flagrant one.
So PJ Tucker, the ball won't go back to the Nets. Score is still 53-46. So looks like the call's coming in. Still waiting for the call.
To go around the body of Blake, I guess, is the only thing. But I don't think this is a flagrant.
Look at our officials tonight. Zach Sarba, ironically, lives as a native Brooklyn resident.
Held is a common foul. There's no unnecessary or excessive contact like Tucker.
So it's an unnecessary contact call.
About 6 miles from Berkeley Center. One more look at the contact there by Tucker. If you are on the court with
So PJ Tucker will be fouled for that unnecessary conduct, contact.
Or through you or around you at some point, you will feel his presence. And that's from a guy that.
So free throws coming up for Brooklyn.
He's gotten to at this point in his NBA career. Very itinerant, travel.
Free throws up and good. Makes it 53-47.
Countries in Europe for finally getting his break several years ago with Phoenix Suns and got a guaranteed deal and thus beginning his NBA odyssey. I can't believe, Boris, that he's never been named to an
Shot is good. That makes it 53-48. 153 remaining here in the so let's see if they get a shot off. Shot is no good. Ball goes back. It's gonna be a foul. Out of bounds.
Three straight to go to within one win of their first conference finals. That's right. Their first.
So we will have that game tomorrow night. Weather permitting, so we will have it tomorrow night.
At 3. Don't miss Game 6 Friday at 10 Eastern on ESPN as well as the app. Middleton working on the baseline.
Shot is no good. Brooklyn going back over to Brooklyn. The Milwaukee Bucks. Brooklyn will get the ball back. Still.
Brooklyn can make it a 3-point game. Good show by Giannis and help. In rotation, Connaughton got there a little bit late, but they got the miss.
Ball goes back over to the 3-point shot is good. That's Middleton knocking down the 3, makes it 56-48. 56-48. Shot is no good. Brooklyn going back over to the Milwaukee Bucks.
Having a big time first half. He's got 19. In his bag, kicks it out. Middleton, same spot.
Middleton again goes.
So great decision for Giannis.
So 48, 59-48 to score.
And he's a better mid-range shooter.
44 seconds remaining here in the first half. Okay, 5. We're looking at the stats, and that is going to be a foul coming in. So Brooklyn will go to the line. Looks like Kevin Durant.
Times in the series where it feels like Giannis takes what I call prize shots. They're daring you. Chris Middleton walk up 3, and then here's Giannis one-on-one. Could have pulled up the mid-range, says, you know what? Chris is cooking. Let me kick it to my partner in crime.
Discernment paying off for Giannis and the Bucks. I tell you, Kevin Durant went to the bucket so hard in the paint that time that he blew a tire. The shoe came right off as he went up. He just finished now, lacing it back up. 13 points in the first half for Durant.
Chris Middleton has been
So Durant goes to the line. Free throws up and they're good.
Second round pick, 39 overall of the Pistons. In his 9th year now. He's actually the first D-Leaguer, now G-League, to make an NBA All-Star game in 2019. With 3 points.
The free throw is no good. Rebound by ball goes back to the net. Bucks, 2-point shot, no good. Ball go back to the Nets. So it looks like they're going to hold it for the last second shot here.
Just tenths of a second separate the shot clock. 88 clock. The pretty much run it all the way down. Slams on the brakes.
Shot is no good. And that is going to be the end of halftime. The score is 59-48 to score at halftime. This game's been an absolute back and forth game, to say the least, for the Bucks and the Nets. So the score is 59-48. So let's go ahead and go through the halftime stats. So I'm going to go through the first half stats. Okay, once again, Bucks shooting 51%. The Nets are shooting 46, 3-point shooting. Bucks are shooting 27%. The Nets are shooting 38% from 3-point range, 7 of 18 from 3-point range. Free throw shooting, both teams are in the 60s on their percentages. Also, rebounding aspects, Bucks lead 26-22 on total rebounds. Offensive rebounds, it leads 6-4, and also lead 20-18 on defensive rebounds. Now, the turnovers is 8-4 in favor of Brooklyn. So Brooklyn has 8 turnovers in the game. So it looks like 7 points came off of those 8 turnovers. So 7 Bucks points came off of those turnovers. Also, points in the paint, 28-20, and the fast break points, 13-2 in favor of the Milwaukee Bucks. That's at halftime. So your score is 59-48 at halftime. So let's go ahead and go through the box scores. Okay, box scores on the screen. Durant has 13. Green has 3. Griffin has 11. Harris has 2. Harden has 14. Bench only players has scored points is Brown and Shawmut. So they did score. Now for the Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis has 19. Middleton has 19. Holiday has 11. Lopez has 7. So that's in tonight's game. So 59-48 to score at halftime. We will have a second half once they return from break. So we'll go over some Major League Baseball scores. We'll go over the full scoreboard update. So we'll do that at halftime. Okay, Major League Baseball scores here on this Thursday night. Yankees winning 5-4, top 7. Cubs winning in the bottom of the ninth 2-0. So it looks like the Mets are batting. The Braves on top 4-0, top 8. St. Louis has runners at first and second and 2 outs. Astros winning 7-0. They have bases loaded and 1 out. Also, Padres and Reds scoreless. So they have 2 outs. Rockies leading 5-0 in their game. They have 2 outs in the inning. So that's in the bottom of the 4th. And they also have a runner at second. Detroit and Los Angeles Angels tied at 0. Detroit has runners at first and second, so we're going to the bottom of the 1st. Also, other games from this afternoon: Cleveland wins 10-3, San Francisco wins 10-3, and later on it's going to be Tampa Bay taking on Seattle. So Tampa Bay and Seattle later on this evening. Okay, let's go to the Stanley Cup semifinal game on the GameCast. We'll show it. At the end of 2, your score is 2-1 Tampa Bay. So 2-1 Tampa Bay on top. The game is going on in, let's give you the Europe Championship scores. Okay, Europe Championship scores. Okay, scores from your UEFA Championship. Ukraine winning 2-1. Belgium winning 2-1. Netherlands win 2-1. Also in the Copa America 90 minute, it is Brazil on top 3-0. And also full-time Venezuela and Colombia scoreless. So that is in soccer tonight. Here on it's Thursday night here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Let's give you an update on the WNBA games going on. I'm going to go ahead and give you those WNBA scores. So give you a WNBA scoreboard update. Okay, WNBA games going on. Let's go full scoreboard. Okay, it is the Sky on top 68, 73-62. And also it is Lynx on top 75-63. Final scores. Storm winning 79-69. Mystics winning 96-93. And also you'll have Las Vegas taking on New York. That'll be at 9 p.m. out in Vegas. So that game will be out in Vegas tonight. WNBA scores here on once again Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Okay, we'll give you some minor league baseball scores. I'm going to go ahead and give you a minor league baseball scoreboard update. We'll check in with the minor league teams going on across the country. So I'm going to go through the scores, and we'll pull these up for you. Okay, we'll go through some minor league scores. Okay, minor league scores in the AAA level. Charlotte on top 9-3. Also, at the end of 7, it is Scranton WB on top 4-2. Memphis on top 2-1, top of the 10th. Also, Nashville on top 3-2. Toledo down 8-2 to Columbus. Round Rock and Oklahoma City tied up at 2. St. Paul down 12-1 to Iowa. Omaha on top 5-3. El Paso on top of Sugar Land 2-0. Reno on top 1-0. That game's in the bottom of the 1st. Also warming up Las Vegas and Tacoma. And Salt Lake City and Sacramento. Other games from today: Durham losing 10-6. Buffalo losing to Rochester 5-2. And also Lehigh Valley losing 3-2 to so that's Lehigh Valley losing to Woodchester. Okay, we'll give you the double A games close to here. Let's give you those updates. Tennessee on top 10-6. Sunset on top 9-3 against Richmond. Erie on down 8-7. That's in the top of the 8. Biloxi on top 7-0. That's against Rocket City. So Biloxi playing against Rocket City tonight. They are leading 7-0. So that's out in Rocket City. Pensacola down up 3-0. That's going to the 7th inning. Mississippi Braves on top 7-1. Wichita on top 2-0. Northwest Arkansas and San Antonio tied up at 3. Amarillo down 4-3. Arkansas on top 3-0. Frisco on top 1-0. That's in the bottom of 6. Also, they Frisco loses 4-2 to Corpus Christi. Reading winning over Harrisburg 2-1, and Hartford winning 10-6, and Bowie winning over Akron 4-3. Portland winning 4-1, and it's in minor league baseball. So we will get back to game coverage tonight. Bucks leading at halftime, 59-48. So 59-48. We will return to game coverage here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Thanks for joining us here. We will be back tomorrow, weather permitting. So we will play it by ear tomorrow. So. Okay, once again, we're back. Back live. 59-48.
Transition. That's not happening here.
A lot of half-court offense like we're seeing right now to start the third quarter.
So we start the third quarter. 59-48 to score. See if the Nets will try to get a shot off. No good. Missed shot. Ball goes back over to the Brooklyn Milwaukee Bucks. Middleton. Let's see if he can get a shot off here. And they'll pass it to Tucker, and he does get the shot off. 62-48 to score. So 62-48. So underway here in the third quarter. Let's see if they get, and the shot is good. So 62-50. Bucks on top.
He's got to trust the work, right? He puts in the time. He's an elite
So
shooter.
62-50 three-point shot is no good. So loose ball. The ball will go back to the Nets. So the score is still 62-50.
The burst isn't there. So
Let's see if they can get something going here. That's Harden. So Durant will knock it down. So 62-52 is the score. Here on our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Holiday for a shot is good. That makes it 64-52. So 64-52 is the score. Let's see if they can try to get a shot off. So let's see if they can pass it. 3-point shot, no good. Missed shot. Ball goes back over to the Bucks. 64-52. Giannis. No pass by Giannis. The Holiday no good, so it's a missed shot by Drew Holiday. Ball goes back to the Bucks. Bucks still leading 64-52. Here on Facebook. And I'll see if they get a shot off here. Nets. And a shot. Goes nope.
Yeah, you guys are talking about Harden's obvious limitations. Well, I asked the Bucks what they thought of their pressure on James in the first half, and assistant Pat Andrews said that it was mostly good. They have to clean up some switching, though. As far as attacking him on defense, Giannis said their game plan against him was just making sure they're constantly moving.
So 64-52 to score.
Attack him, don't let him off the hook. We'll see if they do that more in the second half. As far as the next
And the
defense,
shot is good.
they have to do a much better job of protecting
It makes it
the rim against
64.
Giannis. And with Chris, they lost some
54, 64, 54.
They have to stay with them. Jonesy, you mean?
Let's see if they can get a shot off here. Pass it. And the ball will be taken back by the Brooklyn Nets. See if they can get a shot off. Griffin will try to get the shot off, and it's going to be a foul. Let's see this second. Isaac, yeah.
Waiting. Defender trying to get Kevin funneled in that direction, but that's why Kevin draws two. He's always willing to make that next pass.
So break Griffin 11 points. See if they can get in for free throw. 14 minutes. And the shot is no good. Still 64-54 is the score.
Well, this is a historic game for the WNBA. Almost 25 years ago to the day the league played their first game. As Rebecca Lowball and the Liberty defeated Lisa Leslie and the Scrubs in the Great Western Forum. Remember that place?
So the shot is makes it 55, 64-55.
Oliver and the Sparks.
And let's see if they can try to get something going here.
5 years of actually called that person.
See if Giannis can go get him a shot.
That professional basketball is going to be played by women.
Giannis,
Try and catch that one.
pass it.
Kicks it out.
Right corner three, no good.
Lopez ripped by Harris.
And the ball goes back to by Harris.
Down to 7 here.
They can try to get a shot off here.
Draws the foul on Tucker quickly and decisively. It's going to be the third foul on PJ Tucker.
It's interesting. Milwaukee has done some
I
things on the
think he was
offensive
broken
front.
out.
You're seeing this with the Utah Jazz. There's a couple of organizations that have, in the last year or two, decided that actually offensive rebounding can help us win.
The Spurs, they kind of were at the front end of that trend where they sent everybody back.
Correct.
So it's 64,
One end of the line side.
64-55.
I got away with the one.
And the shot is
Out of bounds.
out of bounds.
It'll stay next basketball. The shot clock reset to 14. Harden to inbound. That Rain coming off a big game. He had 7 3-pointers on 8 attempts. Has been so invaluable to this next team this year. This is his third game back after Durant lost the handle.
That's going to be a foul.
The turnover situation much improved from the early going, especially the first 6 to 8 minutes. That's the 9th of the ballgame. Harden switches on to Holiday. See the attacks him. Settles for the step back 3. And another possession. Middleton.
3-point shot is
No good.
But they've gotten a few good looks at 3.
no good. Still 64-55.
6 of 24 from downtown. Green with a pump fake. Missed it inside. Missed the tip.
Well, both guys at the rim, a problem for the Nets.
And that shot is good.
The finger
So
roll.
66-55. 6 minutes and some change left in the third quarter. And the ball will go back to the Bucks. And they try to drive, and it's going to be a foul.
To get the contact.
Giannis under the control. 21 points. He's done all of this. Euros. Easy.
Okay, it's let me turn this off. 66-55 to score here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Let's give you the third quarter stats. I'm going to pull those stats up for the third quarter. So let me get those up on the screen. Okay, third quarter stats on the screen. Milwaukee shooting 37%. Also, Brooklyn shooting 37%. So both teams shooting 37%. Shooting wise on 2-point shots, Brooklyn shooting 50, and Milwaukee shooting 100%. That's 2 out of 2. 3-point shooting 0 of 2 for Brooklyn, and 1 of 6 for the Bucks. So 1 of 6 for the Bucks in the third quarter. Offensive rebounds 3-1 in favor of Milwaukee Bucks. 3-2 on defensive rebounds in favor of the Bucks, and also 6-3 on total rebounds. Now the turnovers 3-2 in favor of the Milwaukee Bucks. So your scores 66-55 is the score. 6 minutes and some change remaining. So your scores. Let's give you a scoreboard update. Top of the eighth, Yankees on top 7-4. Top of the ninth, Braves on top 4-0. Bottom of the sixth, Houston on top 8-2. Bottom of the fifth, no score between San Diego and Cincinnati, and also Colorado on top 5-0. That's in the bottom of the fifth. So that game's going on out in Colorado. Also, in the third period, Tampa Bay on top 2-1. The game's going on in New York. That's on USA.
Kumbo has 21 points and 14 rebounds, and he has not settled in any way, shape, or form, regardless of the white jerseys in front of him and the cushion they're giving him. He's saying, all right, I am not settling because eventually I'm going to own my space. 3 white jerseys, soft touch, sprint the floor, bury that guy deep in the paint. Okay, am I going to settle for a turnaround jump shot? Heck no, I'm going right through the chest of Jeff Green. Another 3 bodies. Building the wall, that means there's somebody open on the perimeter. What a game for Giannis. Now,
So Giannis 21 points, 9 of 10 shooting. He's shooting pretty well tonight, Giannis. His scores 67 55. Free throw is good by Holiday. Second free throw.
Arriving a little bit, favoring that left side.
And second free throw is good. 68 55. So I was. So 68 55 to score. So let's see if the shot will get off and they will knock it down. So it's going to be 68 57. Bucks still on top.
In the 49 points the other night, it felt like there was a lot of that play.
So Giannis will miss the shot.
And I don't think Brooklyn has played it all well tonight. Not at all. This is the play I'm talking about. Look at where the screen is set. Now the matchup is Brook Lopez. He likes to be in drop. He's retreating. And Kevin just gets into his shooting.
Lopez a little higher than he was in the previous game, you think?
Well, I mean, it depends, right? It depends on who's setting the screen, where it's set. But in an ideal world, he's where he wants to be, which is, below the free throw line.
Johnson doesn't stop great offense for a guy like Kevin Durant. They get another turnover from Brooklyn. That's their 11th of the game.
Yeah, it's the one hiccup of the game for Brooklyn to me, and it's really been the thing that's defined their season.
Brooklyn has never led. Milwaukee, remember, led by as much as 17 in the third quarter in Game 5. Giannis stepped out of bounds. It'll come back the other way.
68 57. 5 minutes and 18 seconds remaining.
Brooklyn rallied from
Here in the third quarter.
16 down at the half in the previous game for the third time this season.
Very low scoring.
Most counted in the postseason.
Rotations tight on both sides. Money Portis has not played.
Brooklyn shot off. And shot. It's good. So it's 68 59. So 68 59.
Amazing how high that release point is, how fluid that jumper is.
Mid-range shot is good. Like Middleton makes it 70 to 59, so 70 to 59 to score. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter tonight. We are live for tonight's basketball game.
Holiday mismatch against Durant here. Holiday making it work. Durant did nothing but net, placed it.
Just incredible. And listen, this is against good defense, right? Tough contested twos over the outstretched arms of the defender. He's just elite.
As Shannon switch on to him cross court. Connaughton catching 2-3 on the way.
Three-point shot is no good. Ball will go back to the Brooklyn Nets. Still leading 70-61. Shot is no good. Still 70-61.
That's going to be a foul on Hill.
So it's going to be a foul.
Jeff Green to the incredulous looking Kevin Durant. Points at Jeff Green, who's hit with the foul. That's going to be his third. They were both wrestling for the basketball here. It almost looked like he caught his own shot.
Yeah.
Jeff Green took one in the jaw, a little chin check.
So the call was on the second part of the play, correct?
That's my guess.
Where Giannis was leading with his elbow. Then you're right. Like, did Giannis catch his own miss?
It didn't look like it was blocked.
So it's 70-61.
On that angle a little bit, but from what I can tell, it didn't look like it was blocked, and he caught his own shot.
So there was
That was a foul. That looked like a foul coming in.
That's where the whistle blew, but that
So
was
still 70-61 is the score. Here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. See if Milwaukee can get and the ball's going to be.
Somebody's leg, and
That's going to be a
Zach Sarvis had a
violation on
Drew went right over.
Blake Griffin.
it'll stay Bucks basketball.
Bruce Brown comes in for James Harden.
Connaughton trying to check in for the Bucks. But as well as Milwaukee has played,
Yes.
so as we were talking about a little bit earlier, it's still just a 9-point lead.
Yes.
Giannis has done pretty much whatever he wants offensively. 9 of 12 sets a screen here for Holiday. Griffin steps back on the switch, and Holiday a little bit strong on the three.
So it's 71-61.
Of 8 from deep. Durant, guarded by Tucker. KD.
So Durant will get the shot off, and he does. So Durant gets the shot off, makes it 70-63.
Just takes apart that defense.
The footwork.
So 70-63 to score.
All in play there.
Giannis given a lot of space. Down 7, cross-court. Holiday goes quick off the bounce. Got it over the
Shot is good.
Too big, too strong by Drew Holiday.
Kevin Durant having a big quarter here. A timeout called by Steve Nash.
So multiple guys getting their opportunities against Kevin Durant. He's 11 for 21. They sent Drew at him twice. Once he scored and once he didn't. Goes opposite because he thinks the help's coming from the high side. And then PJ Tucker, bigger, stronger, physical. Kevin Durant's like, come on. I've got every tool at my disposal. Excellent patience. Get closer here.
Bobby's.
Yeah, Kevin Durant is the fucking is the tools. Look, sure, you might not have Kyrie Irving. You still have Durant, and you still have Harden. So I'll be honest with you, look. So you still have one of the two of those players. So let's give you an update on Kevin Durant's numbers. So I'm going to give you those numbers right now. He's at 23 points, 9 rebounds. He's shooting 11 of 21. Jeff Green is shooting 2 of 7. He has 5 points. Griffin has 12. Harris has 4, and Harden has 14 tonight, so 14 for Harden. Now, next, Tucker has 3. Giannis has 21. Middleton has 21. And Holiday has 17 points. In the game tonight, the score is 72-63. Okay, 9:49 remaining in the third period. It is 2-1 Tampa Bay on top. So we will have tomorrow night's game between Clippers and Utah. Hopefully, weather permitting.
Signing the bill making Juneteenth.
So 2:22 remaining. So we're back to game coverage. Still 73-62. Shot is good. It's an easy dunk by Kevin Durant. So James Harden gets the assist. So it's 72-65. So Milton will pass it. That's going to be Giannis. They'll pass it to Holiday on that three. No good. So missed shot by Holiday. Going back over to the Brooklyn Nets. Score still 72-65. Let's see if they can get a shot off here.
Gives it up to Harden late in the shot clock. Forces up a three and fouled.
It's going to be a foul on. So James Harden will go to the line.
9-1-1. Late clock lead by Harden.
I feel like we've seen so much of this, right? The undisciplined closeout into the space of the shooter. So you get that's a foul. There's no question.
Recently, I guess the opposition the governor's going to review some of the offensive rules that seem to have given the offensive players in the game almost too much of an upper hand in play right now.
Free throw is no good.
And stops dead when the defender runs into him. Doesn't feel comfortable as basketball fans. So some of those type plays, I think it's important that they look at it.
James Harden tonight has played 31 minutes. That's 15.
Second free throw coming up.
5 of 7 in the field.
And the second free throw is good. So it is 72-67. Bucks lead. That's going to be Giannis going to the line, back to Holiday. Lopez will get the pass. Back to Giannis. And the shot is no good. Once again, offensive rebound by Milwaukee. Middleton will get it mid-range and knocks it down. So the mid-range makes it 74-67. So 74-67 is the score. Shot is no good by Brooklyn. So it's going to Harden missed the shot. And the shot is good. That's Middleton knocking down the shot, makes it 76-67. If they can get a shot off here. Shot. See if they can get it off in the last few seconds. Nope. Got it. Shot at the buzzer, so it makes it 78-67. A nice shot by Middleton.
Fast break differential, such a significant advantage to Milwaukee. At the buzzer, he said it.
I'm Mark Valeriano.
Okay, once again, at the end of 3, it is 78-67. This game, like I said, it's been a low-scoring game, but hey, it's going to, like I said, hopefully it picks up in the fourth quarter. So let's give you the third quarter stats. So I'm going to give you third quarter stats, and I also will give you the point production in the paint and stuff like that. So let's give you those numbers. Okay, 42% for the Bucks and 44% for the Nets. So both teams shooting pretty good. So it's 8 shots for both teams. 2-point shooting, Brooklyn shooting 53, Bucks shooting 70. Also, free throw shooting right now is just deplorable for Milwaukee Bucks, 11%. Brooklyn shooting over 3. So they're not shooting any better as well. Turnovers 4-3. Now the rebounding aspects, Bucks lead 5-2 on offensive boards, 6-5 on defensive boards, and 11-7 on the totals. So 78-67 at the 3. Okay, let's give you those numbers. Points to the paint and okay, points to the paint. 38-28 in favor of the Bucks, and also fast break points 21-12 in favor of the Milwaukee Bucks. So we ended the fourth quarter.
Conversation. Kevin Durant, this is my footwork, my man. You know my work.
So once again, your score is 78-67. So we'll have game coverage fourth quarter. Okay, let's give you an update on the Stanley Cup Finals. 5:49 remaining in the third period. Your score is 2-1 Tampa Bay on top. So that is against the New York Islanders. Also, Major League Baseball scores, top of the ninth. Yankees on top 7-4. At the end of 7, it is Astros on top 10-2. That game's up in Houston. Also, Cincinnati down 1-0, bottom of the 6th. Also, top of the 6th, Rockies on top 5-0. And also, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim on top 2-0, and top of the second, Tampa Bay on top of no score between Seattle and Tampa Bay. So we're back on game coverage. So game coverage here. We'll have the fourth quarter shot is good. So it's 80-67. Bucks on top. That is going to be Giannis getting the basket. So let's see if they get a shot off here. And the shot is. So Durant misses the 3.
Scored a bucket to start this fourth and final quarter. A big triple handoff.
Middleton. No.
Brooklyn has managed to run. They close to within 5, 72-67. Every time it's been Chris Middleton with a big time answer.
2 point scores in the first quarter for Middleton. He's had 25 since. He's going to go to the free throw line to increase his total here. 13-point lead for Milwaukee, trying to even this series.
So Chris Middleton goes to the line. Let's have free throws. First one is up, and it is good. Makes it 81-67.
Philadelphia and Atlanta, Utah and Clippers.
So we will have that game for you tomorrow. LA and Utah at 10 o'clock. So that game.
Site or visit the NBA app.
So that's game 6 tomorrow. We'll have those for you. Weather permitting, we have God is good.
The better question is, do you want to know? But when they make them, we can keep them on the
Thanks
board.
to 82.
That's just the way it is. And that's something Ben has to address.
82-67.
I mean, he crosses half court in a lot of stages.
The score.
You can't have your point guard handle
That ball will go out of bounds. And the Bucks will get the ball back. So Bucks get the ball back here with we're on the way 11 minutes. 12 turnovers for Brooklyn and 8 for the Bucks.
Mismatch here against Shannon. 6 on the shot clock. Durant showing some help.
Shot is no good by the net Bucks. Going back to the Brooklyn Nets. Still 82-67. This is the score. So I see if they get a shot off here. And they do. Kevin Durant knocks down the 3. Makes it 82-70.
The concentration when somebody does get into his airspace.
Only seen one player block his pull-up jumper, and that was Giannis in game earlier here this year. Holiday still icy.
And shot is no good. Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant. Shot is no good. So Kevin Durant makes it 82-72. So 82-70.
Middleton lost it. Harden corrals it. It's a 2-on-2. Durant with a long strike.
Durant will get the shot and he will make the basket. So it's 82-72.
They can get there in a hurry. Kevin Durant with 30.
So 30 points for Kevin Durant tonight. What a night for Kevin Durant.
A little hesitation move on Holiday.
So 82-72 should score back to a 10-point game. I look at it this way. It's going to come down to the wire. Who's going to win this game? Who's going to win it the most? Game 6. Brooklyn leads 3-2, so they will force a game 7. I'm pretty sure they will. Brooklyn. Milwaukee will force a game 7. So if Brooklyn wins tonight, they will close the series out. But if Milwaukee wins tonight, the series will continue. So it will continue. So let's give you some stats, game stats on the screen. Nets shooting 45%. Brooklyn shooting, Nets shooting 45%. Bucks shooting 47%. 3-point shooting, 6 of 29 for the Bucks and 8 of 24 for the Nets. Free throw shooting, they're kind of not shooting very well on the free throw line, 57%. The Nets are shooting 70. Rebounding aspects, 39-31 in favor of the Bucks. 12-6 on offensive boards and 27-25 on defensive boards in favor of the Milwaukee Bucks. Now turnovers is 12-9. So Bucks have been absolutely turning over the ball. Points off of those turnovers. Milwaukee got 14 points. Bucks got 4 off of those 9 turnovers for Milwaukee. So points in the paint, 21-4 in favor of Milwaukee, and also 30-40 in favor of the Bucks. So So that is in the if my foot gets better. So Kevin Durant tonight, absolutely just having a night tonight. 35 points, 48, 30. He had 35 minutes. He had 30 points tonight. He had 40 something in the other game. So I look at it this way: it's so the ball goes back to the Bucks, still leading 82-72. And that ball's going to be taken away by the Nets. Still, and a three, and will be a foul
Always had a couple of
on Holiday.
Number one is physical strength. He's also got exceptional hands. So Chris crosses over right in front of him. That's loose change. Like, think about this for the Nets offense.
James Harden 16 points tonight.
This was the single most efficient offense in the history of the league this year when they were right. No Kyrie, a limited James, and it's been a grind, and yet they're still in it. 9 assists, 12 turnovers. Joe gets to the cup, and look at this.
Yeah.
They're in the ball game.
So 7-0 run by Brooklyn. It is 82-74. That ball will be missed by Milwaukee, going back to the Brooklyn Nets. So that ball's going to stay with Brooklyn.
Brooklyn basketball. Brooklyn in the middle of a 7-0 run, countering that 10-0 run that the Bucks had a moment ago.
That's a shot you normally takes, right?
Here's Jeff Green. Harris rising up.
Nice little three, so you light up. So it's 80-77. So it looks like they're coming back in this game. Brooklyn. 10-0 run. And that ball will remain in Milwaukee's hands.
Frustration here, Doris, in wake of this big jumper.
Yep, and we asked Steve Nash, do you say anything to him? He said, I'm trying to give him space. I trust Joe. Yeah, that look says it all, Mark.
So 82-77, that shot is no good.
That's going to be a shooting foul. That's King Fitzgerald.
It's going to be a shooting foul.
Put him on the free throw line.
Yeah, he's been the guy that answer every single run.
Summer after he played with USA Basketball was a good summer for Chris Middleton. It looks like Steve Nash was thinking about a team out and challenging this ball. That's going to be the fourth foul, meanwhile, against Joe Harris. So it's officially a challenge on this play and this foul. Harris had his hand on him and fouled him there on the way up. Nobody feels fine.
The sound. So 82-77 is your score. So 82-77 is your score. Here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, we are live tonight. Let's see who's in the chat rooms. Not many people in the chat room. Let's see. So it's 82. 77. Okay, final score from the Stanley Cup semifinal. Tampa Bay winning 2-1. Tampa Bay takes a 2-1 lead in the series. So they looks like that game is over. Just like other games going on, Major League Baseball, bottom of the ninth. Yankees on top 8-4. Houston on top 10-2. Bottom of the eighth. Bottom of the seventh, 2-0. Padres on top of the Reds. And bottom of the sixth, it is Colorado on top 5-0. Runner at first, nobody out. And bottom of the fourth, it is Los Angeles Angels on top 2-0. And at the end of two, it is Tampa Bay and Seattle scoreless. So we'll return to the game coverage here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So once again, we'll be back tomorrow night. We'll have the Clippers and Jazz. So Clippers and Jazz tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. I will be here. Saturday, if we do have a game, we will be back on the air. If we have a game 7, we will be back on the air for that game as well. So whoever's going to have game 7, we'll be back live.
Folks, the light at the official scorers table did go on momentarily, indicating a challenge, but they will not challenge this as we look at the discussion between Nash, Jacques Vaughn as assistant coach, and Harrison. James Harden kind of looked like that defense lawyer, thinks he can win every case.
He had no case. Joe Harris was the guy who called him off the challenge. He literally said, I got him by it. He got his off ball. That's critical, right? We're still in the position.
So free throw.
You can't waste it on time.
Free throws coming up for the Bucks.
At the free throw line, where he's 7 of 8.
And the free throw is good. So Middleton knocks down the first. So we'll have 3 attempts.
His improvement, his conditioning, his focus, really putting him.
The second free throw is good. Makes it 84-77.
Sports Center with Scott Van Pelt. He'll have live post-game reaction analysis with Legler, plus Adrian Wojnarowski. The latest on Rick Carlisle.
Second free throw is third free throw is good. So both all three converted. 84-77. No, 85-77. Excuse me, 85-77. So let's see if Brooklyn can get basket. They'll pass it. 3 is no good by Brooklyn, going back to the Bucks. The score is still 85-77. And the shot is good. That's going to be Drew Holiday getting the basket, 87-77. So it's a bad pass by Durant to PJ Tucker. Steals it.
By Durant as both collide and Kareem to the court.
Another switch that resulted in a steal. PJ Tucker. Excellent anticipation. This is the difference in the ball game. The transition opportunities. Switch, steal, transition, hard foul by Kevin Durant. You see, Mike Budenholzer asking them to look at this to see if it's a flagrant.
I don't think it is. It looks like a kind of a regular foul or something like that. As if it was slapping Kevin Durant. Harden.
But it's 3 of 7. There's the 6 bounces. There's nothing but net on the first. They backed up to 11. Meanwhile, with 30 in the ball game.
Second free throw is good. So it's 89 77. It's under 8 minutes remaining, 7 minutes is change. And the ball be taken away by the Giannis gets the basket. Giannis will get the basket, makes it 91-77.
42 in the paint for Milwaukee. 25 in transition. Consecutive steals by Mr. P.J. Tucker. It's pace for Milwaukee. No position by Joe. A bucket for the Greek Freak.
This is a block, no doubt. Made his mind up after that first.
So good shot by Giannis. So
It's a 25-4 advantage in fast break points.
So 25 before fast, 25-4 advantage on fast break points. That's just something absolutely. So it's 92-77. Yeah, 7 minutes and 6 seconds remaining, and game scores 70. And the basket is no good. Ball will go back to Milwaukee. And the shot is going to be a foul on James Harden.
That's the 14th foul. Milwaukee will shoot from here on in.
So it's going to be bonus for
This is going to guard Kevin. Well, one of the
Brooklyn.
excellent help defenders near the cup. Over in transition, Mr. Shamit.
And no free Milwaukee free throw is up and good. Makes it 93-77. So Milwaukee is in the bonus. So bonus for Milwaukee.
Should be on all the box scores that we get, because it gives us and it gives the viewing public a better idea of that defensive variable, which is sometimes too abstract.
Well, tell me your analytics official.
Shot is no good.
And they get another
So 94-77.
Holiday in transition, picked up by Durant. East side to Giannis. Connaughton catch and shoot 3.
Connaughton no good. And an Antetokounmpo out of Giannis makes it 96-77.
So the Nets have played small all year. And the crowd enjoying a 14-0 run. After yet another time they closed.
Pretty good 14-0 run by the Milwaukee Bucks. So he scores 96-77. So we're going to mute the sound for a few minutes due to copyright, due to music and commercials. So we're at commercial break. 96-77, 14-3 run by the Milwaukee Bucks. So I'm glad to see what's going on tonight with this team. The pace is picking up very consistently. So you scored 96-77. So we'll give you the full stat numbers. Let's give you those full stat numbers. Bucks are shooting 46%. Nets shooting 44, 3-point shooting, 6 of 30 for them, 20%. Brooklyn 9 of 27, 33%. So they've been shooting consistent on those threes. Now the rebounding aspects, Bucks lead 46-32. They also lead 15-6. So we get back to game coverage. They just came back from commercial.
But Giannis Antetokounmpo slams it home, and Thanasis
That's how you doing? And the Deer District erupting outside by Serve Forum.
Ooh, maybe we got a little rival to Jurassic Park. We the North.
Love it.
Deer District on fire. How about that 14-0 answer by Milwaukee after the 10-0 Brooklyn run?
They're gonna. I mean, so 6 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Scores 96-77. 14-0 run by the Milwaukee Bucks. So let's see if Brooklyn can answer with their own run of their own, and they hit the easy basket. That is going to be Durant. Makes it 96-79.
Durant's got 32, but he's made it work.
That's going to be Giannis getting the ball. Giannis getting the ball. They'll try to get a shot off left corner. No good. And ball goes back to the Nets. So it's going to be a Brooklyn turns over the ball, goes back over to the Bucks. Still 96-79. Collington, no good. Missed shot there. Ball goes back to the Brooklyn. Shot, no good. Brooklyn goes back over to the Milwaukee Bucks. Still under 5 minutes remaining. So Middleton go for 3, knocks it down. 99-79 is the score. So Middleton knocks down 3. Nets call a timeout. 4:45 remaining. That is an excellent shot by Chris Middleton.
Some people got to have it, and they got to have more Middleton here in Milwaukee.
So 99-79. Middleton, he just absolutely just threw up a nice little bomb to get the 3. So we're in a timeout. Brooklyn called timeout 99-79 is your score. You know, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We are live tonight, so thanks for joining us. I know not that many people came in, but thanks for joining us, whoever came in. So we will be back tomorrow for the Clippers and Utah Jazz. That will be tomorrow night. Also, if we have a Game 7, we'll be back on Saturday night as well.
We'll have a pair of elimination Game 6s for the Sixers Hawks and for the Jazz Clippers. Philly Atlanta at 7:30 Eastern. Then it's Utah, Los Angeles Clippers. The countdown crew starts our coverage at 7 o'clock Eastern time. What a great night of NBA basketball here on ESPN. Tomorrow, Doris, I'll be watching and waiting for the various results. And the playoffs have been really riveting.
I'm going to tell you, these playoffs have been absolutely just off the wall when it comes down to it. So the score is 99-79 to score.
37, 16 rebounds, and 5 assists. But Marcus Morris, 25. Reggie Jackson, 22. And how about Tyler Lee going an 0-2 hole again? No Kawhi Leonard, and you find your way out of it. Yeah, like.
No Kawhi Leonard.
I remember the championship in Cleveland.
But the truth of the matter is, If they can, like I said, hold off Utah tomorrow, I'm pretty sure they'll deserve to win and move on. 3-point shot is no good, and the easy basket makes it 100 to 81. So 181. We will have that game for you tomorrow, weather permitting. That's how we're going to do it. Shot is good. That's going to be Johnson. No, it's going to be 102 83, 102 83. That's Middleton. Johnson had the alley-oop. An easy basket. Makes it 102 83. Full timeout for the Bucks. 3:50 remaining in the game. So it's 102 83. So let's give you the box scores on who's performing. Okay, Kevin Durant has 32 points. Jeff Green has 5. Blake Griffin has 12. Harris has 9. And Harden has 16. So Harden 16 tonight for the Nets. Now for the Bucks, Giannis with 30. Middleton with 38. So both players over 30 points tonight. So Giannis and Middleton both have 30 points, 30 plus. Holiday has 21 points tonight in tonight's game. He is shooting 8 of 21, 1 of 10 from 3-point range. So not a good night for Drew Holiday from the 3-point line. So let's get back to game coverage.
Tonight has helped Mike Budenholzer's cause because the Milwaukee Bucks had to have this one. As you look at the numbers, 38 points on a very efficient 11 of 16 from the field, 5 of 8 from downtown. And after that 2-point first quarter, the floodgates just opened up for him.
So they will have a game 7. We'll see if they have a game 7 this weekend. We will cover it.
You know, you said something earlier, and Mike Budenholzer has touched on this, the relationship between me and Giannis. Come in at the same time, experience losing, experience coaching changes. And Mike Budenholzer has said that those trials and travails have deepened the friendship and the strength and the connection between those two guys.
So 3 minutes remaining. So
Great synergy. The longest tenured players on this Bucks.
So the Bucks will get the ball back here with. So it looks like the clock down to 5, and shot is no good. And 3-point shot is no good by Brooklyn. Goes back to the Milwaukee Bucks. Still leading 102-83. So the shot clock is back at 10. And they'll try to pass it, and looks like
traditional powerhouse.
Well, given the circumstance, I'm happy for the young man and his wife and family that he's out of there. Good timing on a lot of levels.
Enjoyed his experience over there.
the ball. So it's 102-85. So another shot is good. So 102-85 to score.
Johnson with the steal.
So they got the steal. Ball goes back to the Nets, and the
Johnson with the rebound. That's going to be a goal attempt.
block shot. So it's a goaltending call against
After our game tonight, SportsCenter with Scott Van Pelt. Live post-game reaction analysis with Tim Legler, Adrian Wojnarowski with the latest on Rick Carlisle leaving the Mavericks. Nelson.
Ball going back to the
yesterday, and to see here from the first round.
Milwaukee Bucks. Still 102-87. And the shot is no good. We will
You have just a touch with what he's doing in his first playoff run.
go to the lane. And the 3-point shot is no good. Missed shot going back over to the Brooklyn Milwaukee Bucks.
This up front. 5 seconds to go on the shot.
5 seconds to go. Got
Off-balance three.
off balance shot. Goes back to the Brooklyn Nets.
I'll say this about Boston's
And shot is good. So it's going to be Reggie Perry getting the basket, makes it 102-89.
Folks, don't think that he's here
So let's see if
relationship with his brother, okay?
clock is running 113 remaining.
Play at a high level. Van Q tried to put Perry in the hole. Out of bounds. It'll come back the other way, but
It's going to go back to the
played in the EuroLeague and played
Nets.
teams over there.
And that's going to be a bad pass by Johnson going back over to the Bucks. Still leading 102-89. And that ball will go back over to Brooklyn. And the ball goes back over to the Bucks. Giannis will go to the lane and get the basket. No, that's his brother. So his brother goes for the basket, makes it 104-89. So it's
When you look at what he did in Game 5, Game 6 tonight.
so Giannis' brother gets the basket, 104-89. Free throws coming up, and that free throw is up and good. Makes it 103.
Then they might have hit their ceiling in what they can do a little bit.
Right.
89. Second free throw is good, so it's 104-89, 43 seconds remaining in the game.
Brooklyn is forced to play at the tempo they're playing because James only can go so far, right? And has only so much burst. You see the frustration on both guys. But listen, if it's a possession ball game on the road in Brooklyn, who do you trust more?
That's a great point.
I mean, I like my chances if I'm going to possess the ball game.
Shot is no good. So Milwaukee will get the ball one last time. 27 seconds remaining, so they'll try to hold the they'll try to hold it and try to run the clock out. So 13.3 seconds remaining. Score still 14.1. And the basket is no good. Going back over to see if they can run it out. It looks like that will do it. Game is over. Final score 104-89. Milwaukee wins tonight, so the series is tied up at 3, so we'll have a game 7. So it's tied up at 3, game 7. We'll see what game.
Atlanta will try to put Philadelphia to bed tomorrow night on ESPN at 7:30.
So the winner of that game will play.
That with the aid of a couple of slick Euro steps and some feathery.
So final score 104-89 is your final score tonight. Let's give you the final box scores and final stats, and we will wrap this up tonight. Okay. Final stats tonight: Bucks shooting 45%, Nets shooting 44. 3-point shooting, 7 of 33 for the Milwaukee Bucks, 21%. Brooklyn went 9 of 30 for about 30%. Free throw shooting, they shot 82%. Brooklyn shot 57, going away. Also, rebounding aspects, 51-39 in favor of the Milwaukee Bucks, 15-9 on offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds, 36-30. Turnovers tonight was 16-15. Points off of those turnovers was 20 points. That was 20 points off of Brooklyn turnovers. They had 16. Also, 8 Milwaukee Bucks. So 8 points off of turnovers for the Brooklyn Nets. They got 8 off of 15 turnovers for the Bucks. Also, points to the paint tonight, 46-44. And the fast break points, 26-4. So final score tonight, 104. 104. 104-89 is your final. So let's give you the final box scores tonight. Durant had 32 points. Green had 5. Griffin had 12. Harris had 9. Harden had 16. So let's give you the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis had 30. Middleton had 38. Lopez had 8. And Drew Holiday had 21 points in the game tonight. So that was once again your final score, 104-89. So game 7 will be sometimes this weekend. So the series is even up at 3. Here on once again final score, 104-89. Once again, everybody have a good rest of your evening, and we'll see you tomorrow for Clippers and Jazz.